the first skill, conversation. It's about graphic. So listen to the audio carefully.
Part 3, Conversations. Skill 1, Graphic. Number 1.
Today's Monday, isn't it?
Yes, why?
Because Jim's at the reception desk. I'm looking at the schedule, and it says that Sue should be covering reception today.
Right, but she was needed to help out with setting up for this afternoon's meeting, so she asked Jim to cover the desk for her.
Oh, so then Sue will work the reception desk on Jim's scheduled day?
Right.
Look at the graphic. When will Sue work at the reception desk?
So for number 1, the question is about when will Sue work at the reception desk. So based on the dialogues, the answer is Thursday, because Sue takes Jim's desk schedule. So actually Sue's schedule is on Monday, but she is helping on setting up the afternoon meeting. So Jim covers it up. Okay, on to the next question, which is number 2.
Number 2.
We need a new printer. The one we have is completely stopped working.
I'm sorry, but we're already over budget for office supplies.
I know, but we can't do anything without a printer. We have to have one that works.
Of course, you're right. I guess we could come up with a little money. So, okay, get the new printer, but I can only authorize $150. Don't spend any more than that.
Look at the graphic. Which printer will the woman buy?
So for number 2, the question is which printer will the woman buy? So the answer is A, model 20 or model XX, because the woman really need a printer, but the seller had over budget supply. So the seller offered with only $150, not greater than it and not less than it. But she takes only $150. Okay, on to the next question, number 3.
Number 3.
We really made the right decision when we hired Mr. Kim to be the new marketing manager.
Oh yes, he's really turned things around.
And so fast. The month after we hired him, sales were up for the first time all year.
I know. It's truly amazing. And the new advertising campaign he plans to launch next month should be very effective too.
Look at the graphic. When was Mr. Kim hired?
So number 3, the question is about when was Mr. Kim hired. So the answer is A, February, because the first month that hired him, sales are up, which is on Monday, on January. So it says that the next after January is still effective and still are up. So okay, number 4.
Number 4.
Here's the agenda for this afternoon's meeting.
Great. Oh, there's a problem.
Really? What?
Robert's going to be a bit late, so we'll need to put his presentation last and start the meeting off with Maya's report. Can you fix that?
Sure, no problem. I'll change that and then make copies for everyone.
Look at the graphic. What topic will be discussed first at the meeting?
So number 4, the question is what topic will be discussed first at the meeting. So the answer is B, sales update. So because Robert's late for presenting his budget report, so they decide to place Robert on the last and Maya's sales update on the first or beginning. Okay, the last question, number 5.
Number 5.
Do you want to meet for lunch tomorrow?
Sure. How about that new place at the downtown shopping mall?
Do you mean the garden cafe? The one next to the shoe store?
Yes, the Garden Cafe. But it's not by the shoe store. It's across from the bookstore.
I know the place. I'll meet you there at 12:30.
Look at the graphic. Where will they meet for lunch?
So the last question is, where will they meet for lunch? So the answer is A, location A, because these two conversations between a man and a woman, they want to have a meet for lunch. So they plan to meet at the downtown shopping mall. They will eat for lunch across the bookstore, but it is not near the shoe store. So which is the answer is location A. So that's it for skill number 1. Then for skill number 2, there's no question. It's only information, so you guys can see skill 2 in learning. Now we're going to the next skill, which is skill 3. It's about deleted sounds. So please hear carefully the audio. So the exercise told us to write down the sentence that what we heard. Okay.
Skill 3, deleted sounds. 1,
I don't know where she went.
2,
Would you like a cup of coffee?
3,
We have to get it done by Friday.
4,
Where'd you go?
5,
You can come and get it after 5.
6,
Ask him to call back later.
7,
Could he wait downstairs?
8,
We're busy at that time of day.
So based on what I heard, these are the answers. So number 1, I don't know where she went. Number 2, would you like a cup of coffee? Number 3, we have to get it done by Friday. Number 4, where you go? Number 5, you can come and get it up to 5. Number 6, ask them to solve it later. Number 7, could we wait downstairs? And the last, number 8, which is, we'll be busy at that time of day. So that's it for skill 3. And now on to the next skill, which is skill 4, about incomplete sentence.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Nadira Putih Sadara. I'm about to explain skill 4 and skill 5. And now let's start with skill 4. Skill 4. The instruction is choose the correct meaning for the underlined fragments. Number 1. The underlined fragment is right. And we can conclude from the dialogue, right is mean you are correct. Number 2. The underlined fragment is fine with me. We can see from the dialogue that men give an opinion for the woman, and the meaning of responsive of the woman is agree with your plan. So the answer is A. Number 3. The underlined fragment is got it. I believe that all of you know what's the meaning of got it. Got it means when you understand for the statement, you can say got it. So the answer is B. Number 4. The underlined fragment is wish I could. Wish I could means you have an hope to do it, but actually you cannot do it. So the answer is A. Number 5. The underlined fragment is too bad. Too bad means you get something that is like a bad news. So the meaning of too bad is B. Okay, we go to the skill 5. The instruction is listen to these statements, then write what you hear in the blanks below. So in this part, I cannot give an explanation about why I read the sentences because it is about my hearing. So if I make a mistake, you can give a comment about the correct answer in the video. And now let's start it.
Skill 5, multiple accents. Number 1.
It's very nice to meet you.
Number 2.
Can you please answer the phone?
Number 3.
I'll order some right away.
Number 4.
The reports aren't ready yet.
Number 5.
You can hang your coat in that closet.
Number 6.
It's not a very large apartment.
Number 7.
We expect them to arrive before lunch.
Number 8.
I'll see you at next week's meeting.
Number 9.
He's only just started working here.
Number 10.
I have an appointment with her next Monday.
Number 11.
Do you know when the workshop begins?
Number 12.
She's new here, isn't she?
Number 13.
Where did you work before?
Number 14.
Why is the door locked?
Number 15.
The bus stop is on the corner.
Number 16.
Would you like to wait in her office?
Number 17.
Do you prefer coffee or tea?
Number 18.
Which desk should I use?
Number 19.
We placed the order last Friday.
Number 20.
He left on the evening train.
Okay everyone, I think that's enough for me. Thank you for your time. The next part will be explained by my friends. Bye bye.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, in this opportunity, I'd like to present TOEIC question about people and occupation. But firstly, let me introduce myself. My name is Nancy Ramadhani. People usually call me Nancy. And yeah, well, not to attend the time, let us hear the audio. And the first audio, it's about people, and the second audio, it's about occupation. So here we go.
Skill 1. Questions about people.
Sand this wall until it's smooth. Don't forget to sand all the way down to the end of the room.
Then it'll be ready for the first coat of paint. We're using semi-gloss, right?
Actually, we're using this other kind of paint. My father says he prefers flat. I'll help you mix the color.
Thanks. This is a lot of work. I sure hope your father likes his new house once we're finished with it.
1. Who are the speakers?
Okay, the question number 1. Who are the speakers? A. Lifeguards at the beach. B. Painters. C. Salespeople selling coats. D. Bartenders. A. Lifeguards at the beach. I think the answer is an A because in the conversation, they didn't even talk about beach or lifeguards. And painters, B. I think the answer is B because the woman said the wall will be ready for the first coat of her paint. And C. salespeople selling coats, D. bartenders. I think C and D are the wrong answers because we've known that the answer is B. And next to the question number 2.
Who will prepare the wall?
Question number 2. Who will prepare the wall? A. The man, B. The woman, C. The boss, and D. The helper. I think the answer is B. The woman. Because in the audio, we can hear that the man is ordered the woman to sand the wall until it's smooth. So I think the woman is prepare the wall. And then next to the question number 3.
Who owns the house?
Okay. Who owns the house? A. The man's father, B. The man's mother, C. The man's brother, D. The man's friends. Okay, in my opinion, the answer is A. Because in the last conversation of the audio, we can hear that the woman said, I hope that your fathers will like his new house. So, I think the man's father is the owner of the house. And then next to the second audio, which is about question occupation.
Skill 2, questions about occupations. I'd like you to put one in each room.
I'll have to run wires along the baseboard to do that.
No problem. I need one on each employee's desk. We're all responsible for answering the phone here.
Yes, I can imagine that phones are very important for a mail order business like this, though I would guess that more and more of your customers are starting to order through your website.
1. What is the woman's occupation?
Okay, the question number 1. What is the woman's occupation? A. Running coach, B. Baseball player, C. Telepon operator, D. Telepon installer. I think the answer is D because in the audio, the woman said, I'll have to run wires along the baseboard to do that. So yeah, I guess the answer is D. Telepon installer. And then the question number 2. What is the man's job? A. Mailman, B. Website designer, C. Employment counselor, D. Mail order company owner. In the audio that we hear that the woman said, I can imagine that the phone are very important for mail order business like this. So, I think the answer is D. Mail order company owner. And then the third question, who is responsible for answering the phone? A. The man only, B. The woman only, C. Everyone at the company, D. Some of the customer. In the audio that we heard before, the man said, I need one on each employee desk, where all responsible to answer the phone here. So I think the answer is C. Everyone at the company. Yeah, I think that's all my explanation. Hope you guys understand. And the next explanation will be explained by Shirley.
Hi guys, Assalamualaikum. Shirley is here. In this session, we're gonna learn 2 skills. The first skill is conversation question about place, and the second is conversation question about time. Okay, the first skill is question about place. Most of question about place is begin with where and generally answered by location preceded by in, on, or at. So guys, if you see where question, it's listen for information about place, and you can answer it by using preposition or without preposition. The example if we use preposition is like on the table, at that bank, next to the school or something like that. And then the example if we are not using preposition is like the home, the school, the store or something like that. Okay, after that all, we will listen to conversation, and after that we have 3 questions that we can answer by listening to conversation. So let's listen.
Skill 3. Questions about place.
I left the letter on top of that big stack of books.
Do you mean those books on the shelf by the door?
No, that big stack that's on your desk next to the printer. I was sure you'd see it there.
Well, I didn't. Next time, just put it on top of my computer. That's the only way I'll see it. Things get lost on my desk with all those folders and boxes and books I have piled up.
Skill 3. Questions about place.
I left the letter on top of that big stack of books.
Do you mean those books on the shelf by the door?
No, that big stack that's on your desk next to the printer. I was sure you'd see it there.
Well, I didn't. Next time, just put it on top of my computer. That's the only way I'll see it. Things get lost on my desk with all those folders and boxes and books I have piled up.
Here, the question number 1. The question is, where did he put the letter? We have 4 options. A is on the shelf, B under the book, C on top of the book on the desk, and D in the drawer. From the conversation, we can hear that the man put the letter on top of the book on the desk. And the right answer is C. Okay, here, question number 2. The question is, where is the shelf? We also have 4 options. A is by the door, B by the computer, C by the desk, and D by the letterbox. From that conversation, we can hear that the woman says the shelf is by the door. So the right answer is A. Okay, here, the last question. Question is, where does the woman want the man to put the letter? We have 4 options too. A is next to the printer, B in a box, C in a folder, and D on top of her computer. From that conversation, we can hear that the woman wants the man to put the letter on top of her computer. So the right answer is D. Okay, after that skill, let's move to the next skill is question about time. Okay, most of the question about time is begin with when or how long. And the question are generally answered by time of day, days of week, seasons, and dates. And the answer give the specific of time or a duration. Okay, as usually, we will hear a conversation, and after that we have 3 questions that we can answer by the conversation. So let's listen again.
Skill 4. Questions about time.
It's getting late, and I have an early appointment tomorrow. I need to go in about 10 minutes.
Your appointment is until 8:30. You can stay for another hour, can't you?
Let's compromise. I'll leave in half an hour.
Good. That will leave you plenty of time to get home and get to sleep early. You can get to your house from here in 45 minutes easily.
Skill 4. Questions about time.
It's getting late, and I have an early appointment tomorrow. I need to go in about 10 minutes.
Your appointment is until 8:30. You can stay for another hour, can't you?
Let's compromise. I'll leave in half an hour.
Good. That will leave you plenty of time to get home and get to sleep early. You can get to your house from here in 45 minutes easily.
Okay, after we listen to the conversation, we have 3 questions, and this is the first question. The question is, how much longer the man will stay? We have 4 options. A is 10 minutes, B is 15 minutes, C is 30 minutes, and D is 60 minutes. From the conversations, we can hear that the man says he just have a half of an hour, so that's mean 30 minutes, and the best answer is C. Okay, let's go to the next question. The next question is, when is the man's appointment? Okay, there are 4 options too. A is age, B is age 30, C is 9, and D is 9:30. From that conversation, we can hear the woman says the man's appointment is at age 30. So the best answer is B. Okay, this is the last question from the skill. The question is, how long will it take the man to get home? There are also 4 options. A is 20 minutes, B is 25 minutes, C is 40 minutes, and D is 45 minutes. Okay, from this the conversation, we can hear that the woman says the man needs 45 minutes to get home. So the best answer is D. Okay guys, I think that's all from me. Thank you so much, and let's move to the next skill with my friend Sri.
Hello everyone, my name is Sri Maharani. You can call me Sri. So I will explain to you about skill 5 about activities and skill 6 about opinion. So let me start about skill 5. Before that, so let me hear the audio.
Skill 5. Questions about activities.
Turn left here. I think the movie theatre is just up this street.
I can't turn left. This is a one-way street. I knew we should have bought a map. Now we'll get there after the show has started.
We don't need a map. I can find the theatre. Just make a left up ahead. We shouldn't have spent so much time in the restaurant.
What did you want me to do? Skip dinner? I was starving.
Okay, in this section have a 3 questions. Let me start for question number 1. What are they doing? A. Taking a walk. Maybe. B. Taking a nap. It's wrong because they didn't talking about for taking a nap. And C. Buying a map. It's also wrong because that man said we don't need a map. And D. Driving a car. There is a 2 possible correct answer here. A. For taking a walk, and D. Driving a car. But after I hear the audio, we can understand when the man said turn left here. I think movie theater just up the street. And the woman said, I can't turn left. It's a one-way street. So from the dialogue, we can think they are driving a car, not walking a walk. So the correct answer is D. Okay, next for question number 2. What they do earlier? A. Rested. No, it's wrong. B. Playing in the snow. They didn't talking for playing in the snow. D. C. Had a dinner. Yeah, it's correct. When the man said we shouldn't spend much time in the restaurant, and the woman replied, what do you want me to do? Skip dinner? I was starving. So from the dialogue we can understand they will go to have a dinner first. And for D, rent a movie. They didn't go for a rent a movie because they go to movies, watching movies. And the last question, number 3. What will they do next? A. Read. No, it's wrong. B. Go to bed. C. See a play. And D. Go to movies. For option A, B, and C, it's completely wrong because you cannot hear in the dialogue they didn't talking about that. And D, it's correct because they go for the go to movies. When the man say, I think a movie theater just up the street. So the correct answer is D. Okay, so this is the skills number 6 about opinion. Let's hear the audio.
Skill 6. Questions about opinions.
That speaker was really funny. I've never laughed so hard.
I know. Where did he get those jokes?
And this hotel is such a great place for a banquet. The food they gave us to eat was fantastic, and I couldn't believe how big the portions were.
You're right about the food, and the decor is so lovely. But, it's a bit on the expensive side. I'd expected it to be cheaper. I was uncomfortable when I found out the price.
Okay guys, in this session have a 3 questions. Let me start with first question. What did they like about the speaker? A. His short presentation. B. His humor. C. His clothes. And D. His works. In audio, when the man said this speaker was really funny, I laughed so hard, and the woman replied, I know, where did he get this joke? So the answer is B. They're talking about his humor. Okay, next question number 2. What is the man's opinion of the hotel? A. The decor is nice. B. The food is great. C. The seats are too hard. D. The room is too big. The answer is B. The food is great, because in the audio the man said the food they gave us to eat was fantastic. I couldn't believe the big the portion were. So the answer is B. Okay, next question. Number 3. What does the woman think of the hotel? A. It's very expensive. B. Is it cheaper than she expected? C. The tables are nice. D. It's uncomfortable. The answer is A. It's very expensive, because the woman said. But it's been on expensive side. I expected the cheaper. So we can understand that the woman think that it's very expensive. The answer is A. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much.